The process of building a 5-bay medium girder bridge is depalletizing all the pallets and staging the bridge pieces in front of the roller beam, the erection set. That's ultimately what the bridge is sitting on for the chopper to pick it up. The process for actually building it is, first of all, you got to build the end of bridge, or EOB, and you're going to be setting that on the roller beams, and you're going to be booming that forward or pushing forward while you're building.
Motivate me. Play! Oh! He! Yeah! Oh! He! Bro! Play! Oh! He! Yeah! To the sky! Come on, baby! Play! Oh! He! Keep it straight in the front. Come on, guys, get it! Oh! Hey! Oh! He! Up in the action and hook it in. Up in the action, hook that. Shoot ball left! Get another play.
And then you're going to add bay by bay by bay as you keep pushing it forward, keeping the balance between the roller beams so that you don't lose the bridge forward or backward.
Hey! Ho! He! Lift up! Shake it!
And eventually you're going to have the end of bridge on the back side be built. And once it's all put together, as we have it here, the center of gravity is going to be right in the middle of the bridge, sitting between the roller beams.
The Marines with 9th Engineer Support Battalion, Bravo Company, it's technically a bridging company, and we try to get out once a week and build a bridge. This past week, coming out to the field for blue chromite, we've been out every single day practicing on building the medium girder bridges. Yes, they're practicing their teamwork on lifting up the bridges and communicating we have 2 crew members on each side, and then we have a bridge master or bridge expert in the middle, and he's conducting the entire bridge. So medium girder bridges are utilized to cross dry gaps, and in a combat scenario, let's say the enemy is using an anti-tank ditch, we would bring up the components of the medium girder bridge and launch it over the dry gap or anti-tank ditch and use it to cross our troops underneath that, or over that dry gap. Depending on the MLC of them, the medium girder bridge has a MLC of 70, so we can cross up to an Abrams tank over top of this, but we can cross Humvees, LVSRs, anything besides that. So we came out here to build a 5-bay double-story medium girder bridge to test our proficiency of airlift assets. So we're going to have a CH-53 come in and test the ability to lift a fully constructed MGB and drop it into a dry gap and lift palletized MGB components and bring them over to the dry gap as well. So right now we're testing our proficiency, and hopefully for blue chromite next year we'll be able to actually provide support into the overall blue chromite and provide support for them to drive over the gaps that they're created. Yeah, so this has only been done once before, a 5-bay double story being lifted, and that was done back stateside. So this will be the first time in Okinawa that a 5-bay double story bridge has been lifted up and set into a gap. The Marines did extremely well on their communication skills. They're fairly new at this, so getting them to come out and work together and get this built in a pretty good time. It took them 2 hours and 5 minutes, like starting actually without staging and everything. Once they started building the end of bridge pieces all the way to completion, 2 hours and 5 minutes. And that's good for first times. And they're working on building more teamwork together and getting their communication skills up, and they've been doing a good job. So